Michael Pittman, you can see, kind of started off the year up in the top 60, rose up to 55 before just gradually sliding down and down. I don't know if people were counting on Gardner Minshew to be the quarterback for the Colts, or
Wow, he's
where
still going down?
yeah.
Wow.
So, and to the point where now you can actually get Michael Pittman cheaper on Sleeper at 73.8 compared to Underdog, where he's 75.2. But that does feel like a bit of an upside case for Michael Pittman, because the Colts, they really lack any depth at wide receiver. Pittman's the only pass catcher in the top 150. He's been a top 24 wide receiver for the last 2 seasons running. And, he's averaged 26% of his team targets over the last 2 years. So even though he's had subpar quarterback play, he's managed to turn it into decent fantasy performances. Do you feel like he's undervalued here, Josh?
Heavily. And maybe this is also my bias for Anthony Richardson, but we were amped to draft Michael Pittman as the 30th or 31st overall player last year. And now you can get him at 74 or 79, depending on your platform. And it's all because of the awful quarterback situation, as you said, he's played in the last 2 years. The only quarterback he's played with among the 5 names that is still on the NFL roster is Sam Ehlinger, who's the 3rd stringer on the Colts at this moment. Like, we had to go through Nick Foles, Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz. These guys are all out of the league. And this, as you said, it's Michael Pittman was still able to get some substance for us, some production for us. Now, the big issue with that is he averaged, 7 yards per target or air yards per target last year, which was 127th among all wide receivers. But that's a quarterback stat. That's an offense stat. That is not a Michael Pittman stat, because when you isolate him for his skills alone, he finished with incredible success rates versus man coverage in each of the last 2 seasons. He finished with incredible success rates versus press coverage as well, according to Matt Harmon's charting. And this is now going to be an offense. Hopefully we get Jonathan Taylor at running back. That seems a bit iffier now than it even was 72 hours ago. That with Shane Steichen was so good at creating isolated matchups on the outside and forcing a safety to come into the box. And then boom, Michael Pittman in those environments is going to be able to win in the intermediate and downfield game. And I also just believe in Anthony Richardson as a passer more so than everyone else that calls him a project right now.
Yeah, I just think, particularly by the time you get to Michael Pittman in ADP, there's not too many players that don't have question marks. And the question marks I have about Michael Pittman are much less than a lot of the other players.